Statesmen Nation, here with Caleb Pipes-Goulsbra, senior goalkeeper for the men's soccer team. We just talked off camera that I wasn't going to mess up your name, and there I go, messing up and everything else. But appreciate you coming in, short notice and everything. We get the Statesmen 16 off and running here in 17-18, so appreciate again you coming in. We're talking about soccer a little bit, and then he's picked his 16 questions out, so we're going to be ready to go and find a little more out about him. But first off, again, soccer-wise, you guys have played two tough opponents out of the North Star, getting a tie against Bellevue, a team that's perennially either at nationals or right there on the cusp.
Yeah.
And then you took down Waldorf 2-0 just a couple days ago. Talk about the start of this year, and I know you guys have a lot of new players in the mix there, but some good talent back, and your senior year. Just how's it going so far?
Yeah, it's been really good so far. Pre-season was tough. Played two really tough junior college pre-season games, so kind of a good way to set us up for the start of the season. And then, like you said, Bellevue, sort of big team in the country, always kind of there or thereabouts. So to be 3-2 down with 20 seconds left, and to get the draw was really nice, and I think it shows how far we've come as a team, because I know certainly previously in my career it'd have been a game we'd have given up on, certainly, and then to go to Waldorf, who were a really strong team. We played them a couple of years ago and turned them over very easily, but they've come on a lot, got quite a few transfer guys from some good Division 2 schools, and they were tough. Their home opener, so they were flying at us for 90 minutes, got 2 goals fairly early, and then kind of just had to weather the storm a bit. But I think it's 2 good games that are gonna set us up for, we've got in the next week another three more tough games, and then eventually for our tough conference. So.
Yeah, as far as Waldorf goes too, it's a team that lost to Bellevue in their conference championship final. It was like a 2-1, I think, score there, and Bellevue just missed being ranked high enough to go to nationals. But then Waldorf this year, just looking at giving everybody some background here, Waldorf only lost to Hastings, who's the defending national champion. They only lost to them 2-1 just a few days earlier before playing us. So again, I don't think Hastings is quite the same team.
No, because they got beat by Benedictine last night.
Yeah, 3-1.
So that's going to be just shows you how tough our conference is.
Exactly, and I think that's the case. I think you have Benedictine is definitely way up there. Maybe Hastings has fallen off, but I think again it's going to show you you guys are you guys aren't going to have a lot of easy games this year.
We've played these teams in the past, and it doesn't look like they've changed a whole lot. We just missed out this year, but last year, but this year I'm really, me and quite a few of the lads are really quite excited about just how far we think this team can go.
Definitely. Talk about this team. You guys are, again, a lot of youth there, some new individuals, but some of these guys that that have been around the program for a while, stepping up now. Not to say Steve Lee is a goal-scoring master by any stretch, as a defender, but he's come in and scored 2 goals. Using that huge height that he has, and able to, get in there on set pieces and such, and then yourself, coming back into soccer after taking some time off, trying the whole American football thing, but now, you've settled in and, probably playing your best. I'll let you answer that, but playing your best, keeping of your career. But how do you feel like this team is gelling as you guys are going forward?
I think the best thing about this team is that we've kind of all grown up together. Players like me, Dan Hernandez, we're here, and the previous coach was here, and so we've been through the change, and maybe took us a year or 2 to buy into what Jamie wanted us to do, and kind of now we've all been together. I've been here 3 years. Steve, Jack, they've been here 3 years. Callum Doyle, this is his 2nd year. So, kind of bringing the big and the core players back that have all been here a number of years. I think that's why this team, we've started a lot better than we have done in previous years.
Yeah, definitely. I know Coach Highcock has mentioned in preseason you guys have a very strong defense. And the offense obviously is showing up though too. You got 5 goals in the first 2 games against very stiff competition. So Is that where you also see like your strength is that you guys are going to keep teams low, on the tally sheet?
Yeah, I mean, I really think so. There was games last year where, teams were having upwards of, 15, 20 shots
Right.
at us, and I mean, I was a bit busy the other night, but not as, it was the saves that I made were fairly comfortable. So
Right.
Kind of shutting teams down is where we're going to be strongest, and that is because that's where all the experience is.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, you got Jack at left back, Steve and Joe Minton, who's a freshman, but Joe's got really good experience from playing football at home. And then Steve, as I said, and then Dan Hernandez. That is the group of players who have been here, who are all juniors, seniors, know how things work, know how teams play, and have kind of matured from our freshman years to now, where it's not about us as an individual, it's about how we play as a team, and I think that's the really exciting thing about this team. And it's not just the defense as well. Moving into midfield, we've got experience there, and then Diego Navarro up front, who's class. So.
Yeah, no, that's what Jamie said. He goes, "This kid could be the best striker I've ever been around as a player or coach."
Yeah,
so
I mean,
there's some excitement there up top as well.
He's had maybe 4 or 5 shots. He scored twice, hit the post twice, and one's gone wide. So we can only hope there's more to come from him. Definitely.
Yeah, it's early. It's only 2 games in. So, all right, well, cool. Again, best of luck as this season progresses here. You guys are at home. Kind of a weird situation on Sunday. The men will play first, actually, against Cardinal Stritch, noon start. So, best of luck. I know that's another tough team, and as you said, it's non-conference or conference. I think you guys aren't going to have a lot of nights off. So.
Another team that, sort of as the season progresses, will be in that receiving vogue.
I think so.
10, 20 down spot. So, we want to be in that position. So they're the teams we've got to beat, and you got to, it's good for us as a team to keep facing those challenges, so that when it does come to playing Baker or Mid America, who are going to be top 10 teams, we're really up for it.
Yeah, you're definitely prepared for sure. Alrighty, well, Pipes has I don't even have to. I'll go right into it. We can talk about that. It's your first question you marked, but Caleb, since I just gave away your nickname, but let's go right into the 16 that he picked here. So anyhow, Caleb Pipes-Goulsbra, what is your nickname and why is it that? I mean, obviously it makes sense, but
it's Pipes. At home, I've always been called Pipesy by teams that I've played in, and then obviously over here you call the goal Pipes.
Right,
so it
works perfectly.
It works very well over here. But I just turned up kind of third day of preseason my freshman year, and Rafael Martinez, who's the coach at the time, just kind of said, your name's too long. What can we call you? And I just
shorten that,
Pipes, and it's stuck ever since. And get called Pipes more than I get called Caleb.
I'm sure you do.
People know me by Caleb, but not by Pipes. So.
I know, exactly. All right, a lot of international experience on this team, as there has been for years now. But talk about why you chose William Penn. Why did you come across the pond?
I came here because I had a number of offers from schools over here, but I just saw this as a university that was going places, as a team that was going places, and then since Jamie's come in, it's kind of just exploded, with the, the facilities are fantastic. Iowa's very similar to where I live at home, so it's kind of a bit of familiarity, which is really nice. But it was just seemed the best place for me, and a place that was going places.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. What's your favorite part of this men's soccer program here at William Penn?
This year, definitely the team spirit and the sort of like the camaraderie and the chemistry that we've built with this team over a number of years. Definitely, kind of the last 3 years has been, where we've come, and how I've come on, and how I've seen other people that that weren't great their freshman year, but are now in the team, and it's fantastic to see everyone come along.
Yeah, mature and take on leadership roles. I'm sure all of that, definitely. All right, this is always a tough question, but you marked it, so you get to answer it. who is one person in history you'd most like to meet? And it can be living or dead. It can be a family member you've never had a chance to meet. Whatever.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela. I've always been interested in Nelson Mandela and the work he did during apartheid in South Africa, and kind of a person I've always looked up to outside of my family as kind of an inspiration and someone who I'd quite like to try and emulate.
Yeah, definitely. All right, if you were not playing soccer, and you tried football, so
yes.
you could answer that as well.
Yeah.
But if you're not playing your current sport, what other sport would you like to play?
Football, obviously, you know, I gave it a go and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a really good experience. Right. Beyond that, ice hockey looks kind of fun. Being an ice hockey guy.
As long as you can stay on the ice, right?
Yeah, that was kind of fun. I'm not sure how good I'd be on the skates. But
If you didn't have to stand up, you know, I wasn't worried about falling down, then I guess it would just be field hockey.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, what's some advice that you'd give, you know, someone preparing to go into college, so junior high, high school, you know, athlete who wants to play in college, what kind of advice would you give them?
Just be patient, you know, if it doesn't work out straight away, don't throw your toys out the pram.
Right.
You know, stick with it and listen to the coaches and what they're telling you. I mean, with the experience I've had, you know, it didn't work out for me straight away, but just stay patient, and it'll if you work hard enough, it'll sort itself out in the end. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Where's one place you'd most want to visit?
There's a lot of areas in America that I've not been to. I'd love to go to New York. Just a place that kind of really interests me. You know, kind of that
city that never sleeps.
Yeah,
right?
And I think that would be a cool experience to go over to the East Coast. I've been to the West Coast. I've been to San Francisco and really enjoyed that over there. So I'd like to see kind of what the East Coast was about.
Sure, cool. When you have spare time, obviously quite busy right now with everything, but when you have spare time, what are you doing?
Mostly just parked on the sofa watching TV or watching soccer.
Right.
Because it's readily available over here on the TV, so I watch a lot of soccer. Try and watch as many college games as I can. Try and watch our film, and then movies. If not, usually out on the golf course, probably.
Yeah, that's right. We could have talked about golf as well. You'd be playing out there in the spring as well. So, all right. What has been your biggest challenge so far, either here or overall in life? However you want to answer that.
The biggest challenge was when I came back last season, and I had 3 days to prepare.
Right.
You know, my first college start, having, you know, played soccer and then gone away to play football and then come back.
Right.
Those 3 days were pretty tough, just trying to get your hands and eyes back into sync, but it seemed to work out.
Yeah, and then right out of the gate, you get a Player of the Week award. So obviously you figured it out pretty quick.
Just kind of built from there. Kind of riding a bike.
That's right. Exactly. All right, two-part question. How would you describe yourself, and how would your friends describe you?
I'd love to describe myself as a really serious person, but I'm really not. Love to have a laugh. You know, I like to, especially with the new guys. I like to make them feel comfortable. So I describe myself as a big laugh. I hope that my teammates would say I was inspiring and a leader, but they'd probably say the same thing. Just a big laugh.
Well, you inspire in different ways.
Yeah.
You keep them loose, so that helps them to not realize how big the moment is or something like that. So. A different leadership style, let's say. There you go. All right, what's the most played song or artist, for that matter, on your iPod?
I've got a few kind of doing the rounds at the minute. I'm a big fan of a band called the Cortinas from England. Been listening to their second album again quite a lot. And then Oasis is always on repeat. And then a band called Blossoms from Manchester as well. Okay. They're doing the rounds at the minute on shuffle. So
very cool.
Yeah.
At least I've heard of Oasis, so I'm not too old.
Yeah.
All right. If you could learn to do anything that you can't currently do, what would it be?
Probably speak Danish. It
Okay.
would.
Well, that would probably help.
Yeah,
huh?
it would help. My girlfriend's a bit
Yeah,
Danish,
yeah,
so
yeah,
sometimes she's on the phone. I've got no idea
Yeah,
what
it's
she's saying, so that would be helpful.
Probably telling her parents how much
Yeah,
goofball you are.
yeah,
right?
probably.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I'm sure you know some. I mean, you
Yeah,
probably
I
know more than you
Yeah,
probably think you know.
I know bits and bobs, but it just straight
Right,
over
right,
my head.
yeah.
Some of it, yeah.
Oh, I get it. All right. Who in your life has been the most influential in helping you become who you are?
My parents, both my parents have always been, they're really not pushy. They've always encouraged me to do what I want to do and what I think's right, and they've done the same with my siblings. If we don't want to play soccer one year, we don't have to play soccer, and it's always been fun. They're really, really nice parents, really loose. We're just kind of let us do how we feel.
never push that too far, I'm sure.
No.
You appreciate that.
No. Yeah, and then my granddad, he was the one that got me into playing soccer or football at home, as we call it. So yeah, he's dragged me to Lincoln City since from the age of 7, and drove me all over the country pretty much to play in various games here, there, and everywhere. So yeah, definitely those people.
Very cool. All right. Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have 2 greyhounds, and then my mum has a fish tank in the hallway. So
Are the greyhounds past racers that got
they were
adopted
both,
after
yeah,
their careers?
they were both pretty successful racers, and then we adopted them.
Cool. They're out to pasture, so to speak, now, right?
Yeah, and they're so lazy. They just lay around.
That's what I've heard about greyhounds. They're like,
nothing. Yeah.
I ran my whole life. I don't want to do anything
Yeah.
anymore, right? All right. What's one activity that absolutely terrifies you, and how much money would it take to actually do it?
Anything with heights
I agree.
just absolutely scares the pants off me.
Yeah.
And the strange thing is that I love flying. Obviously, you have to do it a lot, so you just kind of get used to it. But really don't mind flying. But anything with heights, like even just walking up a ladder more than 8 feet can sometimes,
it's a little
palms start going.
little legs get jello-y.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
would have to a lot of money.
A lot of money,
a lot of money to get me to do anything with heights.
Oh, I understand. All right. Last question. Last but not least, but if money were no object and you couldn't be a professional soccer player, what would your dream job be?
I'd love to be an analyst, a soccer analyst. Just stats and stuff. I buzz off those. So I just love watching the game. So I've got some friends at home who are scouts.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that really does interest me. Because it's kind of applicable for everywhere. You can put the professional game, the college game. Just going and watching other teams for free.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's
why I love my game.
Yeah,
my job.
Just being able to watch a lot of football. Yeah. Anything with football would be brilliant.
For sure. Very cool. All right. Well, Caleb Pipes.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in for a while.
Thanks for having me.
And best of luck again. You guys have Cardinal Stretch noon start out at Tross Field here in Oskaloosa. So if you can't be there, and I'm sure unfortunately your parents can't be there, but. For Caleb's parents and everybody back home, definitely check us out. Statesmanathletics.com. We'll have the stream. We'll have the everything out there.
6 o'clock kickoff at home, so
I
can get this one watched.
Yeah, that'll work. So good deal. All right. Well, thanks so much again. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.